Look, sir, if you're not gonna hold still, I can't finish... damn it! I can't finish lasering off your unibrow, you son of a bitch. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host and mage person, Larry the Chupacabra. We're back for some more Dungeon Defenders 2. We're gonna check out the Royal Throne Room before it got kerschmackled by the invading goblin hordes. But before we did that, I wanted to, set another egg to hatch, because I probably won't be back on later today. So, yeah, let's go over, and we're gonna check out the new and improved throne room that hasn't been, angrily fondled by evil creatures yet. Let's see, where is it? Throne room, here we go. And I'm gonna do a private match. Let's go and do the stuff with the things, Dungeon Defenders. Oh, yes. There we go. Alright, so here we are, back in ye old throne room. It's looking very spry, spick, span, and very shiny, and totally, not torn apart and on fire. There's a bunch of doorways that all the creatures are gonna break in from. It's a whole lot of crazy things. And hey, even that, like, really creepy looking Pinocchio guy's picture is still here. So I guess it's alright. Personally, I prefer the throne room where everything's getting mauled to death, but that's just me. To each their own. So I'm gonna set up some defenses here. Preferably right around the spot where these statues are, if at all possible. Just because, you know, I like it when they smash stuff. Real good like. Because it makes the monsters so much less feisty. Although, one of the things that me and my compatriot Nephinox have been noting is that a lot of monsters have been running into the tendency of just kind of walking around walls and ignoring them like they're not even there. Which, as I'm sure you well can imagine, is a pain in the ass, like a massive pain in the butt. So I'm gonna try and deal with that as best as I can. Although some of these spots can be a little hinky for defending. So we're just gonna have to do what we can. We'll put a couple of towers here. We'll go up and say hi to the king. Hello, sire, how are you and your asshole of a kid? Real nice of you to wave at me, the guy who's saving your kingdom. Rude butthole. I liked it better when you had been murdered by the Wyvern Queen, alright? Now you're just being rude. Super duper rude. So we just need to put a couple of towers back up here, because we don't want critters to walk past everything and destroy this window control. Because it's a big old skylight, and it just so happens that that skylight is big enough to let crazy bloodthirsty wyverns come in and touch our buns. Which, I'm really insecure about my buns being touched by strange wyverns. Because, dude, have you ever seen, like, the places that wyverns put their claws during the day? That's not sanitary. I don't want to get, like, a weird fanny disease from a wyvern. It just sounds terrible to even talk about. Like, even over some wine or something. That is just an awkward story awaiting to happen. So we'll just put down the rest of our fire burst towers. And then I'm going to start accentuating our defenses with some earth towers. And then maybe even some frost towers. The frost towers are nice because I have a couple pieces of equipment that make it so that when the frosty effect is right next to some of my turrets, that they get a bonus to the damage that they deal. So that has actually been super duper helpful to me thus far, in avoiding getting murdered. Although, it used to be that you could stack a bunch of slowing towers, and it would be really easy to stack them and get like a 200% bonus to the damage that your towers deal, and as I'm sure you could probably guess, it's just a little bit overpowered, to say the least. So I'm going to, whoops, that was the wrong button, finish off with a couple more earth towers. I don't know if I'll have enough money left over after all is said and done to put down, actually I probably will, to put down all of my ice towers, but it looks like whenever I'm not having to deal with random puppies, that I've got enough building resources that it's not an issue. Recently, me and Mr. Nerpopopoulos have been running into a lot of rando huntresses who think they are God's gift to tower defense games, and they end up wasting a lot of build resources with traps that honestly don't end up helping a whole lot. So let's just get started here. Enough of the stats inside of Dungeon Defenders have been jankled around that I'm not 100% feeling safe enough to play on one of my alternate characters until I see how the start of these waves go. Some of my tower's damage was nerfed a little bit, some of it was buffed. Actually, my DPS is pretty damn good right now. It's like 900. We were just playing Nightmare mode last night for my first time on this character. Well, first time at all in Dungeon Defenders 2, so I got a bunch of new upgrades, but it's always hit or miss whether or not you're gonna do okay. So after this round, I will probably swap over to, well, probably my monk still, because my other characters are just a tad under-leveled, like level 1, so if push does come to shove, at least the monk can put up a bit of a fight, whereas the warrior and the huntress probably get the shit kicked out of them pretty thoroughly. Oh, we're getting a lot of, it seems like we've gotten a huge upgrade to the drop rate of special items like mythical or above when you get into these higher level difficulties. It used to be you'd see like 1 or 2 from a boss and that was probably gonna— oh god damn it with the bullshit. Fucking— see, this is what happens. You get the frickin' explodies, the, what do you call those, kobolds, and now everything's gone to shit up front. God damn it. Alright, that's fine. It was the first wave. That's when you really want to work the kinks out of your design. So let's move these bad boys back just a smidgen, and maybe I can get it so that the kobolds don't blow them off their axes. This stuff was getting beat up pretty badly too. That's annoying. What else? How are we doing back here? Everyone feeling alright? Feeling chipper and spry? I'll just give these bad boys a quick upgrade, just in case. Any trouble spots will give a nice boost to, especially because it seems like the arcane breathing dragons have been significantly buffed, which is gonna make them a pain in my ass, a major pain in the butt. So, let's see, where is my monk? Here he is. We will swap to him, and he's got, currently using the flying water fish cat, but I do have a new pet that I could fart around with. First off, I've got this mad catter, which is like, I don't know, kind of like a demon creature, and then I've also, where did it go? I just got this new weird thing. It wasn't the cat, it was one of the demons. It was like, here it is, the voodoo, but we will see the voodoo later. I'm going to enjoy my headless cat companion, the Mad Catter. Look at him. Look at him being spicy, showing his decapitated fanny to the crowd. Oh, this should be all kinds of fun. Let's do the stuff with the things. What's the worst that could happen? Famous last words, but whatever. I think everything should be relatively okay now. Not 100% sure, but it should be, as far as I can tell. There's no reason it shouldn't. And it also looks like I do a fair bit of damage on the monk, so I probably don't have to worry an excessive amount about my towers. Let's just see if there's any... I don't see too many kobolds appearing. And kobolds and the dragons are what's really giving me trouble right now. Oh, here's a kobold. Activating the shield on my walls. Being quite rude about the whole thing. You, sir, need to settle it down, alright? Alright, sir? Thanks. That's nice of you. That's nice of you not to be a dick. Ow. Or I could just, you know, get shot in the face. That works too. Thanks, guys. How very kind of you to share your explosions with me. Oh, this is gonna be a bit sketchy. Let's set this to repair before something bad happens. I have a little extra build space. Maybe the answer is to simply build some extra turrets if I end up having a trouble section. My lightning turrets on the monk are a fair bit cheaper than the fire turrets, but at the same time, the monk has got really, really shitty equipment, and he's also a much lower level. So that may not actually end up being a very good idea. So maybe the idea then is to just upgrade the hell out of everything while I have the chance. It also doesn't help that most of my upgrades have been for tower damage recently, and they have lost a decent chunk of their former health, so they are getting beaten up just a little bit. We haven't had any others that got destroyed yet, but I'm still sketchy on the whole thing. Still a little bit sketchy. So everything looks pretty repaired. Let us continue. Man, they did a nice job with these pre-damage rooms. I just don't know in this pre-destruction throne room if there's an ability to go back and play the old version of this map, because honestly, I really preferred that version of the map, truth be told. Although there is one thing that the people behind Dungeon Defenders neglected to fix. Look at the reflection animation on this statue of the dragon. There are literally water reflections on surfaces where it would be impossible for the light of the water to reflect on. So like the water moving texture is up here, and it's just like all over the surface of this dragon statue, which I thought was kind of funny. There's been all kinds of little weird bugs that... I guess if the worst thing that's happening is there's bugs on the parts of it that involve the polish, that you're doing pretty good for yourself. So what's... oh shit. What is that? Are they suctioning the life out of things? You're just being rude, Mr. Voodoo Witch Doctor. Floating book bastard. That'll be enough out of you, sir. That'll be more than enough. I guess I also have trouble with these guys, too. These voodoo book magic people. They resurrect stuff, and they heal stuff, and they buff, I think, other stuff's damage. They're a giant pain in the ass. They really are. To say the least. Especially when they're right behind those dragons that I already said have been giving me a lot of trouble this patch. So I'm gonna buff this back line. This back area pretty regularly gets the snot kicked out of it. So we'll make sure that it is knocked up a tier. We'll upgrade my fire turrets here as well. Doing okay up front. The front part of this map almost always does the best when you separate them far away from the crystal cart. Everything looks okay back here. What about you bad boys? Yeah, these back lines are doing good. I don't know what's different about it back here, but I'll take it. Screw it. So we still have like another 3 waves to go. This will probably only be one more wave, though. I probably won't do the entirety of it. There's not a lot of point. Although we should start seeing one of our bosses here soon. I really just, with this episode, I just wanted to showcase the fancy new throne room, where, like, as you can see up there, the king's picture or banner hasn't been slashed to tatters. And the child up here is all excited. He's like, yay, Larry's saving my father from being murdered because these guards are bad at what they do. Thank goodness for Larry. You're frickin' welcome, Timmy. You and your weird father, who's an ass. Oh, we got some lady orcs back here, being a pain in the butt. Lady orcs, of course, being the slightly more deadly orc, who has a tendency of doing massive arc AoE kind of cone damage to your defenses. That's like Big Bad Mamma Jamma Orc 2.0 or something. What kind of damage does my Cheshire Cat do? Looks like he shoots like nature damage. It's like little green orbules. Huh. Not really sure what to think about that. Do we even have a boss? Is there a boss here that I can kill? Because we really don't have to repair anything to speak of. Really, no bosses. I've almost never gone through this far in one of these late game levels and not had to fight a boss at some point. That's incredibly unusual. Put some more in the earth towers down here. That should do her. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I mean, it helps that my mage is max level with nightmare level gear. But it doesn't hurt to have some decent tactics when it comes to avoiding letting the king and his son die. If I let that happen for the second time, I'd never hear the end of it back at the Adventurers Guild. I'd have to do something incredibly ill-advised, like apply for an internship at Acquisitions Incorporated. I mean, really, that's just like career suicide right there. Also, probably regular suicide, because those guys, that dwarf and that mage and everything, they tend to get people murdered that work for them. I'm a little attached to my skin yet. I know, I'm a high-maintenance Chupacabra. I like my flesh to remain, you know, attached and protecting the red pulpy insides, like they're, you know, meant to. But, you know, it's my decision in life to live life keeping my skin, and I'm gonna stick with that decision for the foreseeable future. Still having trouble with these asshole dragons, which, whatever. I do a significant amount of damage on the monk, even without a lot of gear. So whatever, it's fine. Who's gonna say anything different to Larry? Oh, that's the problem. There's an a-hole burrower down here causing trouble. That's fine. They'll make quick work of these remaining dragons. And they still have that bug I notice in this patch. That patch that I logged off for in the last video. Where, sometimes the animations screw up and you can see like a portal into the underbelly of how the game works. Like, the grid underlying the whole gameaverse that we've got going on here. Yeah, this will be our last. Well, we might as well finish it at this point, actually, since we've come this far. And in the end, it does kind of matter for your viewing pleasures that I finish something occasionally. So yeah, what do we got here? That's probably an upgrade, but I can't equip it because I'm still a dainty level 25. And, it looks like the experience in this patch has been pretty much, relocated to the end of the match, or else I probably would have leveled at least once already. You know, I've not actually gone up these stairs before and, like, looked out the window where all of these guys spawn. Where are these guys coming from? Because before, they were getting invaded by, like, the same Goblin dropships, like Zeppelin attack ships, that were attacking the ramparts. But I guess now they just kind of spawn on the balcony magically because they're a witch or something. Are you a witch, Gobbers? Goblins, which one of you is the designated witch? Excuse me, sir. You know what? You know what with the bombs? The bombs are rude. Stop it. Stop it. That's my face. It's my face. No. Bad gobbers. Oh, hey. Orcs. What's up, guys? How's it orkin'? Morgan to Borkin. These defenses are doing pretty well this time. Who is getting trashed? There's a few sitting. Oh, this is where the bad is happening. Oh, yes. Oh, shit. Okay. Let me delay these bad boys back here with some damage. There we go. Shit, that was almost bad. Almost. Not completely. Let's shore these defenses up here once more, because this is where all the annoying, kamikaze jihadi, kobolds are going to. That looks pretty sturdy. Let's, upgrade you and you. The good news in this map is, unless you fuck up, you pretty much don't have to ever worry about, flying units. The only stuff that spawns, unless these skylights here with these window controls open, is just stuff on the ground being a butthole with like an axe or a mace or trying to stick stuff where the sun doesn't shine when you're trying to argue reasonably with people. As long as none of that happens, you should be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I haven't really even had a need to use any of these statues either, although the only one that I can really use is this one. So maybe if anything gets that far up, like, one of these orcs or something, then I could totally use that. Yeah, I gotta say, like, the monk is a weird character to play. He really is. He's got, like, instead of a charge-up ability or a shield block or something, he shoots magical chi or, like, hand jism, kung fu hand jism at people. From his hand, it's all green, and then he can, like, do a slap of, like, kung fu spray. And that doesn't seem like you want to get that in your mouth. Like, someone sneezing next to you. It ends in bad things. So here, we finally get to kill an ogre. I've actually got a big, nasty monthly quest to kill an ogre right now. You have to kill, over 80 ogres over the course of this month in order to get this weird pet that looks like a floating sword. You have to hatch 15 pets and gain 75 pet affection levels, which is the reason why I'm running around with this booty-shaking Cheshire cat right now, so that he will love me and I can get a new sword pet and replace him so that he's cold and alone in the dark recesses of my pet bag, where I hide all the bodies of all the pets I never loved, like a cute pony locked forever in a child's closet and forgotten about. You know, that actually got a little darker than I intended it, but whatever. That's life, right? Whew. Oh, what do we get? Come on. Larry needs a new pair of something. Oh, hey, we actually got a blue chest for once. The drop rates on anything besides a green chest in this game for, like, end-of-mission rewards is pretty high to just get a crappy green chest and pretty low to get anything better than, say, a blue. And tremendously low. So that's it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. Thanks for joining me for some more of Dungeon Defenders 2. It just went into alpha. We checked out the pre-destruction throne room, and we'll check some more stuff out later. Like, they got some new cinematics someplace that I can't figure out how to watch. But when we reach that bridge, we'll cross it, and we'll show it to you guys and share it, and it'll be a whole lot of good times. So until then, have a good one, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and bye!